Now, we are on the ground and closely tracking the disaster zone in Mississippi. The deadly tornado already killing at least 26 people in Mississippi and Alabama, leaving entire communities flattened. And now, unfortunately, there is more severe weather on the way for the people there. President Biden issuing a disaster declaration. 25 of the 26 deaths were in Mississippi, one in Alabama, where a man died after his trailer home flipped several times in high winds. At least 55 people are injured. 2,000 homes damaged or completely destroyed. Now, Rolling Forks, Mississippi is one of the hardest hit towns. It's in Sharkey County, and for context, that's one of the poorest counties in the state. 35% of the people there already living below the poverty line. And tonight we are hearing firsthand stories of survival. One woman telling NewsNation that she sprinted to her bathroom as the worst of the storm hit. And now search and recovery crews are digging through communities that resemble war zones. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves and the head of FEMA visited the hard-hit towns of Rolling Forks, and they say help is on the way. We are closely tracking what is still to come. There is new severe weather warning escalating in that region, warnings of severe thunderstorms, plus an ongoing tornado threat for the Deep South. Today, NewsNation correspondent Ryan Bass spoke with the two leaders about what needs to be done, and Ryan is joining us live from Rolling Fork tonight. Ryan, what are you seeing today?
Destruction and debris as far as you can see, Natasha. I mean, it is absolute chaos here in Rolling Fork after this storm rolled through less than 36 hours ago. And the governor and National Weather Service officials warned that there could be more severe weather on the way to the state, which is exactly what Mississippians don't want to hear, given what they went through on Friday night. We are here in basically ground zero for where this tornado came through, which is Rolling Fork. And I want to give you an idea of what you can see behind me, debris. I mean, these are household items, a refrigerator, a washer with clothes still inside of it, a dryer, couches, all, as you can see, tossed from nearby homes throughout this storm. You've got cars that were pushed aside, windows blown open. This is what this town looks like at every angle right now after this EF4 tornado came through. I had a chance to speak to the governor and the head of FEMA today, who was on hand to survey the damage. She gave us an update. She said that as of now, 25 are dead here in the state of Mississippi, 55 injured, and over 2,000 homes were destroyed in this storm. I had a chance to speak to one woman who lost her home just a few nights ago. She described to me the fear she had when she had to grab her daughter and sprint to the bathroom to take cover, all just to stay alive.
It was real powerful. It was real powerful. I was scared.
Keisha Stamps will never forget the moment that an EF4 tornado ripped through her family home.
I met up with my daughter in the highway. I told her, come on, let's take cover. So we went in the bathroom.
Keisha's town of Rolling Fork was one of the many in the state devastated by a powerful tornado that touched down on Friday night, stretching across Mississippi and Alabama. It was on the ground for more than an hour and flattened homes, flipped 18-wheelers, and obliterated buildings and businesses in its path. So far, officials say more than 24 people have been killed, 13 of them here in Sharkey County, where 35% of the people who call this community home live below the poverty line.
There were a lot of people that were really good people that didn't have a lot before the storm, and they lost everything they had.
Governor Tate Reeves visited the hardest hit communities yesterday and gave FEMA officials a tour of the damage this morning.
To see this much damage from such a short period of time, it's just really heartbreaking to know that they had to go through this. But at the same time, we have teams here that are already beginning to support the recovery process.
President Biden this morning approved a major disaster declaration for the state, freeing up federal funds to help start the cleanup efforts. But even ahead of the federal support, Governor Reeves said he's been touched by the folks from Rolling Fork and even surrounding states pitching in to lend a hand.
I will tell you that the folks that just literally put a grill on the back of their pickup truck and just pull up and start cooking and feeding people, you can't help but be inspired by that.
The mayor of Rolling Fork said he'd never imagined he'd have to deal with a disaster like this, and said while it may take 5 or 6 years to rebuild this community, he is confident his city will be thriving again.
We are a community of resilience. When we're down, we're at our best. We're coming back strong.
And he believes that this city will come back better than ever. Governor Reeves told me his two biggest objectives right now are, number one, setting up temporary housing for folks here in Rolling Fork that lost their home just like this. That way, those that love this city and want to come back can still live here.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.